Right. Good morning, everyone. So welcome to this data analytics with career guidance. And we are in day 9. So what are the topics today? Let's see. Today's topic will be conditional formatting and number formatting in MS Excel. Right. So let's see what is this conditional formatting and number formatting. So let me just minimize this presentation. Let me open a notepad. So today's topic is conditional formatting, number format. So first we'll see what is conditional format. Before understanding this conditional formatting, let me tell you about what is formatting. Okay, let's go to this Excel sheet. I have an Excel sheet. Now you can see there is one table here. Let me copy this and I will paste it here just as values. This is called as unformatted values or say unformatted table. Now, I will ask you one question. Please answer. If I ask you which table is looking good, let's say this is table 1. Okay, I'll call this as table 1, which is unformatted. And we'll call this as table 2 as formatted. If I'll ask you which table is looking good for presentation, so which one do you choose? Table 1 or table 2? I just want the answer table 1 or table 2. Okay, formatted 1, table 2, table 2. So everyone are telling the answer as table 2, right? So why? Yes, formatted one, yes. So all of you know that the formatted table looks good for presentation. Now, if you see this, in this table, somewhere you can see the names are getting cut. And you can see the numbers are not formatted properly. Some are having 3 decimals, some are 2 decimals, some are with no decimals. See here, 1 decimal. This is not formatted. Now, to make you understand what is formatting means first thing is making the data readable. So I'm able to read the data. Second thing is they are arranged properly with borders, uniform font style, uniform font size. You can see the heading. Heading is shaded, that is highlighted. If you're doing something like this, then it is called as formatting. So formatting is very important. So what we have done now is just formatting. That is, we are able to read. Then what is conditional formatting? Conditional formatting means we are trying to format the data depending on my condition. So let's try what is conditional formatting is. We'll start from a very simple conditional format. Right. Now, let's say I have a table here. Let me close this table now. This is not required for me. It's just to ask you a question I just created. I'll close this. If you see this table, I have so many numbers, text, then we have some IDs here. Okay. From January to December, I have the data. And you can see I have the total, and here I have the total for all the values here. Assume that I have one condition where I need to color these. I need to shade these values. My condition is if the value is greater than or equals to 2 lakh, then it should be green color. See the condition. If the value is greater than or equals to 2 lakh, then it should be green color. So what I have to do for any conditional formatting to be applied, I have to select the cells. See, I'm selecting the cells. Once I select the cells, I'll go here to this home tab. I have something called as conditional format. Click on this conditional formatting. You can see that there are so many options. Here, every option, whatever I click here, that means we are applying a rule. A rule means whatever values I enter, it will automatically check that condition and then it will apply the conditions. Now that is a conditional format. So to apply the rule, my first condition, what I need is I need to shade greater than or equals to 2 lakh as green. I'll go here, click on this. I'll say highlight cells rules. Here I have greater than. So this is what I wanted. I'll click on this greater than. You can see that I'll get one small window like this. It'll give some value. So I'll go here. I'll say greater than 2 lakh. Then it should be light red field with dark red text. This is what the default formatting what it is giving. Now let me click on this. There are so many other options. Let me click on this. So whichever I need, I can select this. You can see that there are so many different formattings. These are called as predefined format. Let's say I want this yellow filled with the dark yellow text and people, there is a question if you people are actually interested in MO 200 exam. So this question is there actually. I'll say okay. Now when I say okay, you can see that all the values about 2 lakh will be shaded. We'll do that green color that I'll tell you. It is shaded. Now my condition was it should be green color, not this color, but predefined there was some option. I just selected that. Now let me select this. I'll go here. I'll say conditional formatting. You just observe. I'll go here. I'll say highlight greater than. Again, I'll give this 2 lakh. I give 2 lakh. Yes. This time I want green color. I'll say custom formatting. I'll go to this custom formatting. Here I have this fill, border, font, number, anything you can change. Let me go to this fill color. I wanted this to be green color. I'll select this green color. Say okay. You can see that it's green color. Let's say I want to format the font as. Let's go here. I will say automatic black color. And then we'll say okay. See? So green color with black color font. If you want white color, you can change the font to white color, bold, anything you can do. So my formatting is done greater than or equals to 2 lakh. It is green color. But people, I'll tell you one thing. Here we have done one small mistake. I'll tell you what. While applying, first I selected and say conditional formatting and I selected some predefined colors here. Then after that, again, I applied green color. So this is not the way what we should do. Whenever we select, so it is applied, the condition is applied. So what's happening, let me tell you. Now let's say I want to edit this and go here, I'll say manage rule. I'll tell you what is manage rule. When I click on this, you can see that the conditional formatting what I've given, there are two conditions now. How did this two condition came? First rule I applied this one. Then second rule I applied for the green color. So what happens whenever you keep applying a new rule will keep getting added here. Now, let me delete this. You can delete the rule. Say, okay. See, now there is only one rule. So what I'm telling is, whenever you think that I need to apply new rule, you can go and you can apply new rule. But suppose if you want to modify the same thing, you have to say manage rule. You should not say new rule. Let me do it again. Let me go here. I will clear the selected or entire. Now I have only one rule, so I can say entire sheet or selected cells, both are same. I'll remove the conditional formatting. See, I have removed the conditional formatting. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, conditional formatting. Here I'll say highlight. See, I'll say greater than. Same steps will do. I will say 2 lakh. And here I'll say okay. So this is the predefined formatting. Now I want this to be green color this time. I'll not say greater than. I have to go here and say manage rule because I'm modifying it. So keep in mind, once I apply a rule, and if you think I want to modify, then I have to go here and say manage rule. If you want to apply a new rule, then again, I can go apply any of these rules. So now I want to edit this. I'll click on this manage rule. You can see that I'll get this rule which I've applied. Now double click on this or click on edit rule. It'll say format only cells that contain cell value is greater than 2 lakh. Let's say I want this to be something else or say the formatting has to be changed. First has to be green format. Here we'll go and we'll say color. We'll take this time as white color. I'll make it as bold. Fill color. I'll say green color. Say okay and say okay. See. Now there is only one rule applied here. Now, suppose if you want to apply one more rule on this, now this is a new rule. It's not modifying. Greater than 75,000, it should be blue color. See now what happens. I'm selecting this conditional formatting. This time, let's see another way of applying the rule. You can go apply here, but I'll show you one more way. I'll say new rule. See here, I have this format only cells that contain. So try to, you know, try to understand this new formatting rule because this is having all the rules here. You can also use this. This is like, you can go directly and select this. But same thing I can do here in new rule, but here I have so many options directly. I'll say format only cells that contain cell value. I'll say cell value greater than, or say greater than or equals to, we can do, and I will say 75,000. See, I have 75,000. I need the format. Let's say this should be blue color. I'll select this blue color and font. Let's say white color, bold. Say okay and say okay. Now, if you see, even the value which are greater than or equals to 2 lakh also became blue color. Greater than 75,000 or equals to 75,000 also became blue color. Now, what should we do? Is there any mistake we did? I'll tell you what's the mistake you have done, but we'll keep this as. Now, there is one more rule less than 75,000. Let me select this. Conditional formatting, new rule. Here I'll say format only cells that contain less than. Don't say less than or equal to, because already we have given this. Greater than or equal to 75,000 should be included in this. I will say less than 75,000 format. I want this to be red color. So font, let me take white color. Fill, we'll take this red color. Let me make it as bold. Say okay and say okay. Now, this is coming properly, but here any value greater than or equal to 75,000 is becoming blue. For me, these values should be green. So what is the problem? Whenever you are applying rules like this, you'll also have to check something. Let's go here. Here I'll say manage rule. You can see 3 rules are there. Less than 75,000, red color. Then you're greater than or equal to 75,000 should be blue color. Now what's happening? Any value greater than or equal to 75,000 is becoming 75,000. See here, everything is becoming this blue color, because even 2 lakhs, anything, any value greater than or equals to 2 lakh also is coming under this greater than or equal to 75,000. So what we should do is you have to change the order. So what I'll do, I'll go here. You have this order. I'll just move this down. Now what happens? Any value greater than, let's say, greater than or equals to, let's make this, greater than or equals to 2 lakh is green color. Then greater than or equals to 75,000 is blue color. That means any value greater than or equals to 2 lakh should become green. So after that, this condition will come. So before this was here like this. Now any value greater than or equal to 75,000 should become blue color. So even any value greater than 2 lakh also comes under this. So it was actually giving me blue color. Now I'll just reorder this. You can see that greater than or equals to 2 lakh becomes green color. And then this condition will be applied. I'll say, okay, now you see, I'm getting this colors like this. So this is how actually we can apply conditional formatting. So this is conditional formatting. It's one simple example. There are so many examples. Let's go and learn. Now let's take the same total. Let me remove this. I will clear this. Let's understand some more rules. I have something called as color scales. So usually we do this for heat map, chart. So here I have color scales. Let's take one simple example of this color scale. Here I have 2 colors. These are all 2 colors. So what are these? Color scale means I have some value from lower to highest or highest to lowest. I want to shade this. Condition for just now what we did was like fixed solid color. I want something like a gradient color. So gradient color means from light to dark color. I'll select this condition formatting. I will say color scale. Here I'll select any of the, say, from dark color to light color or light color to dark color. Anything you can use. Let's take this from yellow color to green color. That is green yellow color scale. I'll click on this. You can see the light color, the light number. So you can see the light colors. It's getting mixed with dark color like this. And you can see that yellow to green. Now let's select this. I'll go here, condition formatting. I'll say manage rule. If I say manage rule, you can see the graded color, that is gradient color from yellow to green. I'll double click or say edit rule. You can see the minimum color is yellow. You can change the color. Let's say I want the minimum color to be red color, the highest color to be green color. See, this way also you can actually do. Now I'll go here. I'll say okay and say okay. See, from red to green. If you want to change the value, let's go here. I'll say manage rule. Double click, and here you can see the lowest value. We'll say the highest value. Here, let's give, what is that? Let's say 1 lakh. Say okay. Say okay. See, now the shading will start from 1 lakh length. Suppose if you think I want to change this, I can go here, manage. Any modifications should be done in manage rule, not a new rule. I want this to be from, say, 2 lakh. Say okay. Say okay. See, from 2 lakh is getting darker color like this. So this is 2 colors. Suppose I want to give 3 colors. Let's go here, manage rule, double click. So here it says 2 color scale. I can say 3 color scale. So automatically I'll get 3 color scale. Then I have this red. Let me change this to blue color. This is percent, let's say number. Now the value is taking from 2 lakh. Let's say this one from 75,000. So by default, it will take some number. So we can also specify the numbers here. Say okay. Say okay. See, from 3,000. So slowly it is coming to 75,000, becomes blue, and slowly the colors will get shaded like this. So this is called as color scale. So this can be given for the entire table also. See, let me select this conditional formatting and say new rule. This time I'll say format all cells based on their values. Let me click here and I'll say 3 colors or 2 color, anything you can give. Here I'll change this to number. If you want, you can change this to number or just keep it whatever it was by default. I'll say okay. See, it gets shaded like this. So wherever you see the red color, that means it is very lowest color, and then slowly it is getting mixed. So this is called as heat map, where you can see this colors, that is color scale like this. All right, let me remove this. Condition formatting, clear rules for selected cells. Done. Okay, this is another way of conditional formatting. Now let's go here, say, I will select this. I want this to be like a bar graph. I want to see the bar graph. Let's go here, conditional formatting. See, I have this data bars. Let me select any of these bars. You can see that I'm getting some bars like this. Let me select this. You can see that from lowest to highest, I'm seeing the bars. Now these bars, I don't want to see the numbers. I just want to see only the bars. Conditional formatting, manage rule, double click on this, and here you can see show bar only. Let me select the show bar only and I'll say okay. Say okay. See, I cannot see the numbers, but when I double click on this, see, I can still see the numbers here or the formulas, whatever we have seen. So likewise, I can apply a lot of conditional formatting. There's so many thousands of conditional formatting, different formattings, what we can actually apply on this, right? So you can see that I'm applying this conditional formatting, that is data bars, right? Next is, suppose I have some numbers here, okay? Instead of these numbers, I want to categorize this high, medium, and low. You can see that I have this high, medium, and low here. You can see high, medium, and low. If the value is greater than 25,000, it should be high. If the value is greater than or equals to 10,000, it should be medium. Otherwise, it should be low. But I don't want to shade always the colors, because if I shade, it looks, too many colors applied. But I want this to be like an icon set. What is icon set? Icon sets means a small icons, that is small picture kind of thing, which actually makes me feel that this icon falls under this category. Now what I'll do, I'll go here, I'll say conditional formatting. And here I'll say new rule. Okay. Or I can go to this icon set. Either directly I can use this icon set, or I can go to this new rule. Anything is fine. Let's try this icon set. I want high, medium, and low. That is only 3 conditions. If you want high, medium, average, and low, then I'll use 4 conditions. So we have to decide how many conditions are there. For me, I have 3 conditions, so I'll select this. If it was 4 condition, I'll select this. Now you can ask, can we change the color of this? We cannot do that because these are predefined. We cannot do that, but we can customize by selecting any of the other icons. Let's say I'll select this. This is called as traffic lights. I will click on this. When I click on this, you can see that there are some icons, but this is not what I want. This is by default, it is giving me some icons. So what I'll do, I'll go here. Let me select. I want these icons to be according to these numbers. So what I'll do, I'll go here. I will select this conditional formatting. And here I'll say manage rule because already the condition has been applied. Double click on this. Here I have this green, yellow, and red icon. Green, let's say it is high, yellow is medium, and red is low. I have the numbers in this table. Let me click on this, say number. I select this number. Now, the condition is greater than or equals to 25,000. It should be green color icon. Greater than or equals to 10,000. It should be yellow color icon. If it is less than 10,000, it should be red color icon. I will say OK. Click on OK and say OK. See, I got the icons. Now, if you want to check this, let me select one cell. I just zoom this and I'll show you. This is falling under 10,000 to 25,000. So it is coming as yellow color. Let me change this to 27,000 or it should become green color. See, it is green color. If the value is less than 10,000, let me make it as 7,000. See, it is red color. So that means my condition is proper. Now what I'll do? I don't want these numbers. I just want to see only the icons. Conditional formatting, manage rule. Double click on this or edit rule. Say show icon only. Say OK. And say OK. See, forget about this. I'll tell you why this is coming like this. See, I'm getting the icons. So this is how actually we can apply the conditional formatting. We have something called as scorecards, like what we have these dashboards. Similarly, we have scorecards where we can apply these conditions as well. Okay. All right. So we understood, many type of conditional formatting. Next, let me remove all this conditional formatting. Whatever we did till now is like directly applying the predefined options. Let's select these IDs. I want to select all the duplicate entries, conditional formatting. I will say new rule or highlight. Anything we can do, there are these duplicate values. If I click on this duplicate value, see all the duplicate values will be highlighted. So what is duplicate values? Anything which is repeating twice. Say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, all these are actually getting repeated. So this is called as duplicates. Let me select this. I'll say conditional formatting, manage rule, double click. See, it is saying format unique or duplicate values. Here it says duplicate values. Suppose if you think you want to highlight all the unique values, you can select this. If you want to format this in a different way, you can go here. You can format this. Say bold, fill color, I'll say green color, font color, let's say white color. See, so anything you can do according to your requirements. See, all these are unique values. If you want to change this to duplicate, again go here, manage rule, double. Sorry, select this, manage rules, double click on this, and then just change this to duplicate. Say okay. See, it will get changed to duplicate values. So likewise, I can actually use this conditional formatting. These are all predefined conditional format. Let me remove this. Okay, conditional formatting. I'll clear all the formatting. Okay, so what I did till now was the predefined conditional formatting. Apart from this, we can also apply conditional formatting by using formulas. That is what I'll show you now. How to use this? Formulas to format these cells or say table or whatever. My requirement, I'll tell you, I want to highlight all the alternative rows. Understand? I want to say this should be shaded. This should be shaded like this. So this is called as alternative shading. So usually what happens when you're actually creating some reports, we actually use this alternative shading. How to do this? People, what they do is they'll go here, say insert, and they'll click on this table, say, okay, so this is one way. But what happens? This will get converted to table. Then you cannot use this like a normal range. Then what should I do? Let me tell you. Whenever you are applying any conditional formatting by a formula, make sure that the formula result what I get should be true. What is that? Say, I want alternative rows to be shaded. Then what I'll do, I'll say equals row. Take the row number. There's a formula, row. Now, I want this row number to be odd number. Okay. Equals is odd, open bracket. Okay. Is odd, open bracket. I'll check this row number, say enter. See, when I select this, Control D, you can see this row number is even number. So it is giving me false. This is odd, true. See, false, true. You can see that I'll get true, false, true, false, true, false everywhere. Just what you do, copy this formula. Just copy this. Select the entire table like this. From here, you should select conditional formatting, new rule. This time, I'll not select any of this. I'll say use formula because I'm using formula. Just paste this formula. Format, select any of the shading. Let's say I'll select blue color. Say okay. Just see. You can see that it is shading all the alternative rows. This is for highlighting alternative rows. Right. I want to highlight all the cells. Let me remove this. Okay, let me just remove this. I want to highlight the cells here where it is text. There are some values which are text here. We saw that while applying the icons, there were some cells which are not getting the icons because that is text. The icons can be applied only for numbers. How to check that? Say, here I'll say equals is text. There is a formula. Let me select one of these. See? It is true. That means this is text. So if you want to check that from beginning, I'll go here. See, let me select this and say it is false. That means it's not text. Copy this formula. So always make sure that from wherever I'm selecting the values, from there I should give the formula. I will say new rule, formula, and I'll paste this. It is E6, say is text E6. Then I'll select this blue color, say okay, see, wherever it is text, that will be highlighted. That means these numbers are text. Right. Done. So we understood how to use this is odd and is text. That is, you're trying to check if the values are text, then highlight. If the row number is odd or even, highlight. I want to select all these blanks. Either you can use is blank. See, is blank of this. Let me copy this. Is blank. Select. Conditional formatting. New rule. Use a formula. Is blank of this. And say highlight with some color. Let go blank. Manage to formula. Let's go here. See, all the blanks are selected. All the blanks will be selected. Now, if you think I don't want these blanks to be selected, let's go here. I'll show you another way. Let me clear this. So for this blank, we have another way, new rule, say format only cells that contain, here we have this blanks. So without formulas also we can use, here we have both the options. I'll go here, let me select the same yellow color and say, okay, see, this way also I can use, or I can use this is blank. So I'm just telling you how we can actually use this formulas. So likewise, I can format these cells as well. All right, next. Let's go here. I'll show you one more interesting thing. Let me delete this one. I have a date here, January 1st, 2023. Here I have the calendar that is from 1 to 31st. I want to highlight the week ends, Saturday and Sunday. So what I'll do, I'll try to check what is this weekday equals weekday of this serial, that is date. It says 1. Let me copy this towards right hand side. Now weekday formula, we have already learned in the formula class. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So all the weekdays will be from 1 to 7. 1 to 7. 1 means Sunday, 7 means Saturday. So wherever I have the 7 and 1, see, 7 and 1 should be highlighted. So the formula is, if this value is equal to 7, or if it is 1, that means it is true. So what I'll do, I'll say equals, we'll say this value is equal to 7, and I'll use OR operator, say OR, comma, this value is equal to 1. See, it is 1. Let me just copy this till here only. See, it's true and true. I told you the formatting will happen only if it is true. Let me delete this. I'll copy this. I'll delete this. Not required for us. So what I'll do, let me select these values. And I'll go here, conditional formatting, new rule, use formula, and I'll paste this. If you just check this, AB4, okay? AB4, the row number has to be fixed. I'll add a dollar sign. Why? Because the row number should not change, but the column should change. Here also I'll say AB4 dollar. If it was only one row, then it is fine, but we are actually applying for other rows as well. I will go here. I will select this red color because week, let's say, not take red color. Let it be red color only, no problem. I will say, okay, see, wherever it is 1 and 7, it is getting shaded. Let me change this to March, say 3. See, the weekdays will change. We can say 7 and 1. So wherever it is 7 and 1, automatically we keep changing. Let's say 5. See, you don't have to go and keep changing this again and again. Automatically it will change. All right. Now we understood how to get this highlighted, that is 7 and 1. Imagine I want to have an attendance. This person, okay, is absent, say A. This should get highlighted with red color like this. If someone is taking half a day, H, then this should be green color with H like this. If I say present, then it should be present with white color. So if you want to do that, what I'll do, let me select the entire table. Conditional formatting. Manage rule or say new rule. I'm applying a new rule now. So click on this new rule. And here we'll say format only cells that contain. Here I have the specific text. Say specific text. Here we can say containing or begins with anything because I have only one character. I'll say A. Specific text A. Format. I want A to be red color. And you can see that font. Let's change the font color. I'll make the font as white color and I'll make it bold. Anything you can actually do, say font white color and say, okay. One condition applied. Now let me go here. I'll say, yeah, see. Let's say, yeah. Anywhere you go and type, yeah, this will be red color. I want the same thing for H. There's a new rule. We're not modifying this. We're applying a new rule. Format cells that contain specific text. This time I'll say H. They should be bold, font white color, and then I'll say with green color. Say okay. Let me type H. See, type H. A, green color, red color. H, green color. Suppose if I type P here, the color. So likewise, we can use this conditional formatting for so many things actually. There are so many. You have to say simple logic I'll tell. If you can get the result as true, that means the conditional formatting can be applied. So always think that whenever you think that I want to apply conditional formatting, make sure that either it's a formula or a normal value, whatever it is, you can just use it so that you get the value as true, and then you can format it for any conditions you want. Okay. The conditional formatting is applying formatting using conditions, and the condition should be true, right? Okay. Next one is number formatting. Right. One more thing I forgot. Sorry. One more thing I want to tell you. Sorry, I forgot. See here, I have some selections. Depending on the selections, this entire table should get highlighted. The row should get highlighted. Let me remove this. Sorry, I forgot this. Let me clear this. Okay, so what is that? Suppose if I select the copiers, you have this copiers, the entire row should get shaded like this. Suppose if I select something else, say art, then art should get highlighted. Okay, so how to do that? Let me tell you. It's a very simple one. What I'll do is write a formula equals this value. Press F4 because this is the only cell what I'm comparing. And here I'll fix the column. And let me copy this down. So what happens? See, this is true. Now I have selected copiers. Let me select this accessories. See, this is highlight. This is getting true. So I told you wherever it is true, that row will get highlighted. See. Now let me copy this. Select the entire table. Conditional formatting. New rule. And say formula. And apply the formula. Here I'll select any color you select. And I'll say okay. See. That is not required for me. Delete. Now let's go here. I'll select phones. See. Like this, you can actually do. Okay. So likewise, we can do a lot of things in conditional formatting. You just have to apply the logics. That's all. Right. Number formatting. Number formatting means I have the cells here. I need to format the numbers. Let's say I want to apply 1,000 separators here. Usually what happens for number formatting, we'll go here. We have this comma separator. Just click on this. I'll get the number format. But suppose if you want to customize, I want to format according to my needs, then what I'll do, right click and say format cells. This is one way, or say control one. It goes to accounting, which is not the right way of formatting. So what I'll do, by default, it will be general. I'll click on this number. If you click on this number, you can see that I have this formatting with 1,000 separators. If you give this 1,000 separators, otherwise the 1,000 separators will not be given. I'll click on this 1,000 separator. The number of decimals I need, I'll just select that. And then here I have this for negative numbers. Let's say I want negative numbers to be red color. I'll say okay. You can see that the numbers are getting formatted. You can see wherever it is negative number, that will be red color. This is for numbers. Now, these numbers, if you think they're actually huge numbers, I want this to be like in the format of K. So if it is 1,000, so here if you say 17,000, I'll say 17K. If you want to convert like that, if it is two big numbers, then what I'll do, let me select this and I'll go here conditional formatting. Sorry, number formatting. Here I can click on this. It's not conditional formatting, sorry. It is number formatting. You have this number. Click on this custom because we are trying to change the values. I mean, the formats. Let me take this. Let's take a simple one only. Too complex for you. I'll take only for these things. Just to explain, you can apply for the entire thing. Just to make it simple, let me take this number. I'll remove this. Okay, put one comma in the end. So what happens if you put the comma in the end? In the end, I'm telling, if you don't want decimal numbers, let me remove this decimal numbers. Comma in the end, you can see that this will be divided by 1000. Then I'll press this K. Just give K, say okay, see. I'll get something like this. So here I have 214K. That means 214,000 actually. So if you want to shorten your numbers, you can do like this as well. Okay. All right. Now, if you see the numbers here in decimal numbers, which has to be converted to percentage. Control 1 is a shortcut key for getting this format cells, or right click and say format cells. Now here, I'll say percentage. You can see I'm getting this percentage. Say okay. See, this will get converted to percentage. Number formatting is not a very big chapter. Actually, it's a very simple one. Right? Now, let's say I have this date. I want to convert this date, see the numbers into date format. If you see this is a number, I want to convert this into date format. Every number is a date. What is that? Say 1 is also a date. Control 1, go to this date, select this, see. When this is a date, that means Sunday, January 1st, 1900. So 1 is also a date, which is January 1st, 1900. So the serial number will continue 1, 2, 3, 4. It continues. For even today also, we have a number. I'll tell you what is the number for today. That I'll tell you. So from January 1st, 1900, the number actually starts. For every number, whatever we enter here, there is a date. Control 1. Convert this into date. See. This is a date here. Suppose if you think I want to get today's date number, say I'll type today. It is what? June 6th, 2023. You go here, just convert this into number. See, 45,083 is the number. So likewise, I can convert the numbers. All right. So here there is a request saying that how actually we can do this. Okay. Let me take a separate value itself so that it will be easy for you to understand. I'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. A very big number. Okay. Now I'll say 1000 separators and remove the decimals. See, I have this number. I want to shorten this. That is divided by 1000 because it's a big number. Control 1. Go to custom. Here in the end, put one comma. In the end, you put comma and say K. That's it. You want to convert this into million, then go here, one more comma. See? Then I should say M. See? Like this. So one comma, this will divide by thousands and I can give it as K. If you don't give K, what happens? It'll just give me the shortened value. But if you double click, it still give me the longest number, the number whatever we have, the original number. All right. Now, suppose if you think I want to add some text or say some, say, I have this category ID. So for all these numbers, whatever is there, I need to add CAT in the beginning. Select, right click, format cells or control 1, anything will do. I'll go here. I will click on this custom. Okay. Or I can say number, make it as without decimals. Go to this custom. It says 0. Here what I'll do, I'll say in double quote CAT hyphen. Okay. Then here it says one number says 0, 0, like this. just type the CAT hyphen and give some zeros here. The number of zeros I need for this number, I'll say, okay, I can see that. See. Now, even if I enter any number, let's say I'll enter 345. See, I'll just enter 345. Automatically, this will get converted to CAT 0345. See, 1, 2, 3. See, so you don't have to go and keep typing, but the value will be 123 only. But even if you print, it will give me that CAT 123. So likewise, number formatting is a very simple chapter where you can just go here, say Control 1, and you can change this to any formats, whatever you want. Let me show you one more interesting thing. I have my mobile number here. Okay. Now I want to convert this. Let's say I'll just change this to, see, I want to change this to different format. Control 1. I'll go here, say custom. Say I have 10 numbers here. I'll type 10 zeros. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Now I want this to be inside the bracket. See, you can see that it's coming inside the bracket. I want 3 numbers like this inside bracket. Again, 3 numbers like this and like this. See, though the number is like this, the original number, whatever I've entered, if I click outside, the format looks like this. This is number format. I have this 0.75. I want this to be in fraction. Go to this fraction. You can see 3/4. Now enter, say 2.75. See, 2, 3/4. 1.25. See, 1/4. So this is number formatting. Conditional formatting means formatting the cells depending on the conditions. Number formatting means formatting the values inside the cell depending on the requirement I need. Say it can be 1,000 separators. It can be date. It can be percentage or anything, whatever you want. You can just select those cells and then apply the formatting. So this is very important for formatting your templates right from the cells to the numbers. Okay. So this is all about today's topic. That is conditional formatting and number formatting. Now, if you have any questions, answer me. Sorry, ask me, I will answer you. Right. Conditional formatting means applying cells depending on condition. Okay. Number formatting means formatting cell values based on the requirement. Don't worry, there are a lot of other notes which I'll be sending. All right, people, any questions? Any questions, people? Can ask me, I'll answer. No questions? All clear today? Okay, I know it was a very simple topic, can understand. All right, so before we close this session, how was this session today? I want all of you to answer. Take 1 minute and I want all of you to mention. How was the session? Good. So I want all of you to feel that, at least you have learned something new every day. Okay, good. Very good. All right. Very good. So tomorrow people will have a very interesting topic, that is conditional formatting. Sorry, the data validation and data tools. There are a lot of things to learn. So I want all of you, don't miss this session. Okay. All right. So people, I think all of you are learning a lot of things in this training, right? Good, Zamir. There are a lot of things to learn, Zamir. Even I'm learning a lot of things every day. Good. Right. So thank you so much, people, for your feedback. So this is very important for me so that I'll also understand how the training is going on. So though I'm taking a lot of time, I'm just asking 1 minute of yours. So I want all of you to at least give 1 minute for us as well. Okay. Right, people. So see you guys tomorrow with more interesting topics. Okay. Take care, all of you. Bye bye. Have a great day.